Hey everyone, John O'Sullivan here, founder of the Changing the Game Project. And for the next 3 weeks on the blog here, we're going to talk about the things that great coaches and great leaders do that average coaches and average leaders don't do. They talk about doing, they rarely do. And I know that making these transitions for me, I think made me a much better coach and a much better leader, not only of my teams, but of the organizations that I ran. So I want to share some of these secrets with you here. A week ago, I was getting in my car about 5 o'clock in the morning. I was driving to the airport to go to Colorado, and a great song came on the radio. When the song came on, I started thinking back to that time in my life, and a whole flood of emotions came through. When those emotions came through, I started thinking about different people and different events and different things that happened at that time, all because of the emotions triggered by this one song. And so I think that the first thing that great leaders realize is that emotions are key. Great leaders realize that our players hear what we say, but they remember how we make them feel. And great coaches bring a state and a level of emotional energy to every practice and every training session that average coaches just don't. And that is infectious. And it goes down straight to their players who can see a coach's passion, who can see a coach's energy, and it makes them feel differently. It makes them feel better about themselves. Now, when I learned this, instead of doing practices on, say, defending, or tackling, or shooting, or whatever your practice might be on, I started thinking of a different subject for my practices. I started thinking, if the most important thing that I can do for my players is worry about how they feel, because when they feel more, when they feel better about themselves, they're going to remember more, I started thinking, I'm going to do a practice about confidence. And I might teach crossing, or I might teach possession through confidence, but confidence is my subject that I always keep coming back to. And my coaching points while teaching techniques and while teaching tactics were always about confidence. It might be camaraderie, it might be communication, it might be a whole range of emotions that you think that your team and that your athletes need. And if you focus on those emotions, you're really going to create practice sessions and you're going to create seasons that players really connect not only with you, but with each other. And then they're going to feel great about themselves and they're going to perform better. So the number one thing that I think great coaches do all the time is they focus very heavily on their players' emotions. So here's a little exercise for you. When you go out to your practices this week, instead of doing a practice on crossing and finishing, why not do one on confidence? Instead of doing a practice on defending, why not teach camaraderie? Since, hey, camaraderie and defending is all about working together. Change your subject to an emotion. Organize your practice to teach your techniques and tactics, but make your coaching points and make your whole subject, and when you rate yourself at the end, say, did I make my team feel confident? Did I bring my players together? I think if you do that, you're going to get some different results, and your players are going to actually learn more, and they're going to remember more. So go ahead and try that out and share with me your results. I'd be excited to hear what you find. We'll see you next week.